I need to tell you this. There's a lot of people, since we're talking about children's properties and nostalgia and whatnot, there's a lot of people that you know who love this property right here.
Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then
M. Night Shyamalan came in and all that up.
Ooh-wee, did he ever?
People were looking forward to a live-action Avatar, the last Airbender movie. And M. Night Shyamalan, you know, the man who, you know, the Mr. Twist.
That's right.
Twisted man. He came in and he said, you know what, here's a twist. How about if I make most of the cast white people?
But some will stop at
White people who can't really act in this role.
What are we supposed
Jesus.
to do? No, you're doing it. You're doing it. Nothing.
I've seen this guy, because I've seen him in, y'all gonna laugh at me, but I've seen him in Twilight and other movies.
Jackson Rathbone?
Yeah. So I've seen him do things, but
he can act.
I swear to God, every scene he had to do, he was sniffing airplane glue or huffing paint. Because every scene, he was just
wide-eyed.
Yeah, he was wide-eyed. And I was like, God damn. Y'all remember this movie, unfortunately. A lot of people do.
It's awful.
Yeah, I had never even seen this movie when it came out in the theater. I missed it. I saw it years later. I didn't even see the series. This movie was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I can tell you that, and I've never seen the show.
destroy you.
Oh, what do you mean we just cast white people in this movie? No, we got brown people too as the villains. People, this shit looked like a race ride. It was nothing. It was the good white gang against the evil brown gang. And I was like, wow.
Which is so weird because M. Night Shyamalan is brown. Is he like a self-hating brown Indian man?
He must hate that brown skin on him.
I guess so. Matter of fact, and like most of the Fire Nation in this movie, they made them Indian. And he's Indian, so why'd you make the villains Indian? Just to be bad. Okay. I don't get it. It's just a confusing fucking mess.
So, yeah, they made this movie here. Terrible job at it. I mean, look, let's just take the race aspects out of it.
Yes.
This movie here was so bad. The storytelling was bad.
Writing was bad. Dialogue was awful.
Look, I'm telling you everything you heard before. It's an awful film. Some people are saying, you know what? That movie's so bad, just leave it alone. Just don't do it anymore. So why don't you, at this point on, just stick to animation. Because y'all that live action up enough to last people for generations forward. But Netflix came in and said, you know what? Hey, look, okay, movie, fine. We won't do that. We'll do a series.
Okay.
And listen, about 80% of this could probably be fixed if, I can't believe anybody didn't think of this. What a novel idea. What if we just cast some Asian people?
Oh, yeah. Asian and indigenous people.
Indigenous people. Wow. Man, kind of solved that right there, didn't we?
How they were in the show.
let's hire some producers just for their names. They ain't get, hey, you know what? Just come to set. Let's take some pictures. Sit in the producer's chair. You ain't got to do no shit. We just need you here for your name. I'm joking. I don't know if they got some producers here who are also of
Asian and indigenous descent.
Yeah. So big cast of news with this today, and half of it is this. Yes, we did cast Asian and indigenous people. Now you saw this story. I don't know who these people are.
So we'll start from left to right. So the youngest person, this actor's name is Gordon Cormier. He is going to play. Yes, he's going to play Aang, who's the lead character in the series. The
little bald-headed boy.
Yeah, the little bald-headed boy. Yeah, he's currently 11 right now. He's about to turn 12, which Aang in the series is 12. The girl next to him, which everyone's been saying is like, okay, wait a minute, this is kind of weird. This is, I might mispronounce her name, apologies, Kiawentio, and she is of Mohawk ancestry, Iroquois Indian.
Okay, so she's Native American.
Yeah, Native American, which her character of Katara and also Sokka, the Water Tribe, they're based on indigenous cultures, Native American Eskimo cultures.
Okay.
And so she's playing Katara, the 14-year-old waterbender in the series. The person next to her
is a live action anime character.
Perfect, right?
Jesus. Are y'all sure this isn't animated?
They were like, we want to make sure they look just like the characters or close to it.
I'm like, God damn, man. I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, this is like a combination of anime and Pixar.
The one thing about this, because I saw this, like, oh, this looks good. I mean, hey, they're actually casting them how they, hey, they're the people they got for these characters, are actual people from those cultures that they're based on, which I think that's pretty fucking cool.
It's great that you casted him based on how his ethnicity matches the character.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you were going to do it to the point where he actually looks like somebody who stepped out the cartoon.
He looks like a cartoon.
I mean, he's the one that gives me faith in this, man.
Yeah,
he's the one that makes me think, damn, y'all got very, very authentic with this.
People are freaking out in regards to the actress who's playing Katara, because you look at her, she looks old, relatively older than her co-star, who's going to be playing Aang, correct? That's people are freaking out. So she's actually like 14 in real life. And that she looks like, I think, far older here. It's because she's dressed up kind of,
Yeah, they got her in tons of makeup.
Yeah, they got her in tons of makeup. So people are like, oh my God, this is going to be, are they going to call, social services on Katara?
Or maybe they thought she was older because she's already got gray hair.
Yeah. Dyed her hair
Damn.
for her. Yeah, so that was trending, but in reality, she's actually the age of the character.
Can I just say, man, look, they've already taken a huge step with getting these characters right.
Yeah.
Can we just not complain right now?
They're gonna do that anyway.
Can we just pull back on the complaining? I mean, damn, they went in here and cast the right ethnicity, the characters, and forget the ethnicity. I mean, just the physical looks of the characters look close.
The guy after Zuko is crazy.
I mean, look, when we see a trailer and better yet, we see the show, then we got something.
Yeah.
But can we just not complain before we even get this thing started?
No, I need to complain about things.
God,
I like to.
Damn, man.
Now, the reason other people are concerned about this is that the original creators were originally involved in the production of the Netflix series, and they left.
I'd like to find out how they feel about this.
They won't answer. They won't even talk about it. They won't even talk about the movie.
They would probably sit in the audience, just tears streaming from their eyes.
Just like, oh my God.
Fuck.
Oh my God. And what's so fucked up is, like, that movie had a profound negative impact on the franchise. It wasn't just it was a bad movie.
They couldn't make a continuation of the show. They had to. That's why they had
they did a sequel series, Legend of Korra, because they wanted to do more seasons. They had planned for that, or movies, animated movies.
Well, you know what? That's not a good sign that that those guys have left. Let me see here. I thought they left because they just didn't want to. They just didn't want to deal with all these people talking about them because they white dudes. I thought they just ran because they got scared. I was like, we don't want to piss these people off.
No, not at all.
There they are, right there.
Yeah.
I forgot their names, but that's them.
Yeah, I always forget how to say their names.
But I wonder what it is that Netflix is doing.
Is there anything else about that?
I mean, listen, that is concerning. I mean, you got the original creators saying like, "Hey, look, yes, we might not be, we might be seen as people who are appropriating or we're taking someone else's culture and doing something with it, but we did a great job at it."
The thing is, like, because they represent all sorts of cultures and they do so many different things with them, like whether it be Japanese, Korean, Chinese, indigenous. And they're all represented, I think, in a really fun way, interesting way, compelling way. I mean, maybe Japan, they turned the Fire Nation to Imperial Japan, but that was part of Japan's history. So, I felt it worked out. Some people brought that out, but I don't think they've gotten majorly criticized for that.
I still think people, should wait and see, because I
agree.
What I want these kids to be given a chance.
Yes.
That's pretty much. I just don't want these kids who
be harassed online.
They're children, and I don't want them to come up, and I don't want them to have to deal with a bunch of assholes online who would especially grown-ass people. I don't want these kids to have to deal with grown-ass people who have this sense of just cheap-ass entitlement to this show before they even start. And plus, I don't want these crazy fanatics jumping on them who take the show a little bit too seriously.
Yeah.
And I won't go as far as death threats, but just really just giving the children and giving these kids more grief than they need. That's the only reason why I'm saying stop the complaints, because we see how fandom can be very toxic.
Absolutely.
And nobody gives a if they're children or adults.
Yep, they don't care.
So I don't, that right there concerns me, man. I know these kids are looking forward to it. I would hate to see them just with something that's already like this phenomena, this hugely endeared property that's already been up once. If they mess it up again, they're coming after these kids, man.
Yeah, because they're the
face.
They're the ones that they see. They don't see the writers. They don't see the producers. They don't see the directors.
These fans ain't gonna go soft.
No.
They said, shoot, somebody gonna pay, even if it's your little ass.
It's not my fault. I don't care.
I don't care.
My nostalgia.